All right. I hate to pack one, pick one swords, but we're trying to win. So I think that's probably the best card in this pack. Yeah, I think so. Not super enthused about any other card. Currency Converter is really good. Abort's kind of fun. Natural Order is fine. Pack one, pick one swords. What to pair with it? I think Winds of Abandon's pretty good. I don't know if I want to pack to it though. Could take the Flage. I don't know if Flage is how good Flage is. I don't really have any experience with it in Cube. Spellseeker's kind of interesting with the swords. Like it definitely won't be bad. And then obviously it can get really much better if you get like Recall or Time Walk. I think that the upside in Spellseeker is really high, and then the floor is like really high as well because you already have the sword. So it's going to take that. Staff of the Storyteller is kind of appealing. Shelduck Isles, fine. It's not a good playable, but like Staff is. Staff is also a good early pick. Like gets a lot better. Kind of like Spellseeker, good early pick sometimes where you can draft around them some. Blade is cracked in Cube. Okay, that's good to know. I mean, obviously, and that's very good in Modern. I'm a bit more worried about it without being able to fill the yard as well, or Arena of Glory very often. Okay, looking at Reprieve, I guess you could also take Cathar Commando, could maybe take Basim, probably not going to take the Mana Confluence. Let's take the Reprieve. I think Reprieve is pretty good. Looking at Planisphere, that's probably really good. Glimmerlands is quite good with Staff, or good. It's good enough with Staff. There's also Felly, which is good with Staff and Spellseeker. Probably got to be the Felly. Felly is probably great. I mean, I like this card. I like this card. I like this card. I like this card. Maybe one of them will wheel. Seems like we're in a good lane. We also could stay mono white. I'm probably gonna take Luris. Maybe wheel the Stoneforge Mystic. Stoneforge is good, but trust me, I do really think the Luris Companion's that good. Articuno Zard with the $50. Sirios the 20. Thank y'all. I really think Companion Luris is nuts, and we're in a pretty good spot to do it. So I'm kind of gonna try to lock in here. Not that this pick helps that. I'm probably take the Verge. I'm a big believer in Luris and Cube. We've got a lot of success with it. I can take the Council's Judgment over like Great Guide Divide, I guess. Firebolts. All right, can't play with the Skyclave if I keep the Luris, which I would like to. Legion Extruder can be good though. It's good with Felia. It could be Boros. Pretty good Luris start. So Winds of Abandon versus Lion Slash versus, I guess, Cut Down. I think having like a 6 mana play in your Luris deck is pretty good. I like Winds in general. Slash is, this might be my first preview card. I sort of the prodigal son. All right, Cathar Commando good with Luris. This was the Stoneforge Mystic pack, right? Or was it the next one? I think it was that one. I'm okay not wheeling the Stoneforge. I would definitely like to be mono white if I can. Although the extruder is good. We have 8 white playables, so we're on good pace there. Not unearth. Oh, sorry, I should have taken the unearth. Okay, we're gonna be Boros Luris, I think. Although there is Mother of Runes. Mother of Runes might wheel, depending if there's just no other white drafters. Wouldn't hate wheeling the Bombardment either. We already have Giver of Runes too. I just have to take this. It's so insane in the Luris deck to have a good top end play like this, and we'll commit to being Boros. Yeah, I agree. I should take it in the Unearth. I don't know why I brain farted on it. All right, so there's a red white fixer, which is obviously going to be a priority. Mishra's Bauble is also really important to get with Luris. Yeah, I mean this isn't like a super premium fixer. Let's go and take the Bauble. Okay, maybe that's the wrong one. So can't take Bombardiers with Luris. I don't want to hear any whining in the chat. Could take Grease Winch Goblin, just kind of a fine one drop, either that or Prismatic Ending. I think I'll take the Ending. This build is looking a little bit more mid rangey than your average Luris deck might look. We can also just now play Temple Garden kind of for free to like Ending X equals 3. think this is looking good. Would love a Mox Ruby or Pearl. How was Bombardier third pick? I mean, very easy to be two better cards in a pack than Bombardier. This is a pack two, like, just might not be in red. I'm gonna say I think Bombardiers is good. I think it's a fine card in this cube. I do think it's overrated. It's just not like this must pick, or like there's just several cards I would take over it. Maybe I should say that. Maybe I have a little bit of a boomer attitude on some of this stuff, but I do think the card is quite good. A braid versus unexpectedly absent. Probably absent, right? Do you have any playpoint codes? I do not have any playpoint codes. Sorry. A lot of removal. Because you're taking Godless Shrine. I mean, I don't think I'm very likely to be wanting to splash black. I know I have the Verge, but okay. Really happy with the Pride. I really want red-white fixing. I don't want to be three colors. How are we doing on playables? We've got 15. So yeah, I mean, I should probably be picking any red-white fixer at this point over any realistic playable. Pride also good with the Staff of the Storyteller. What is Endures 1, chat? I probably am taking this no matter what Endures 1 is. This is just, it gets a counter. I could take the Scrubland just to Prismatic Ending. Like, I don't know that I'm actually going to play this. Endures make a counter or a token. Okay. Making a token go with Staff. We'll take it. Thank you. Probably not going to main deck get lost with this much removal. We have Council's Judgment, we have Swords, we have Reprieve, we have Prismatic Ending, we have Winds of Abandon. Maybe. I don't even know when I would sideboard this in. I'm also not really playing any other cards. So. Mother of Runes did wheel. We'll take it over Bombardment or Abandoned Air Temple. If I had a Johnny, maybe I would take Bombardment. Probably not. Don't really want red one drops if I can help it. Seems like the red splash can be pretty light. We'll take Makati. Maybe sideboard it. Just cut our color. Better than Descendant of Storms. I think playing these for Prismatic Ending is probably correct with how aggressive our deck is. I want a Mox, obviously, but a Plateau is like just any red-white fixer is going to be the nuts here. Good looking deck. Path Exile. Wastelands. Not taking this guy. I have so much removal, I think I should just take the Wasteland. Loris decks are usually good Wasteland decks. Red Pump Spell might be playable. I don't think I'm very excited to play it in this deck. Maybe, although Pump Spells, you don't get to play a lot of them in cubes, so they get some extra equity here. All right, a whole lot of nothing. These two packs. Well, okay, though here's the best, the nuts, Sacred Foundry. We're doing really good on playables. We have a couple on the sideboard we could reach for. Yeah, but we're super locked in on Luris here. Elegant Parlor, I think we're taking over Ephemerate Cauldron, Luminarch Aspirant. Might wheel one of these. Not really an Ephemerate deck. Just need the fixing so badly. Would love like two more fixers if we can. We did pass a Rogran Triumph earlier. I think it made sense when we passed it. This gains flying or gives stuff indestructible. Seems like a fine playable. Probably would prefer to play it over the Gitaxian Probe. Yeah, Fetch Line would be great. Cauldron coming back would be a sleeper. Yeah, it'd be a good sideboard card. Maybe Makiti is just good. It has flying too. His card's actually probably just good. So this is 16, 19, 20 playables. Probably a 16 or 17 land deck. Probably maybe 17 with Wasteland, and then like we do have a good bit of top ends, like with Luris and Fourth and Figure of Destiny. We have more of a mana sink than you might expect. Winds, Overload. What's between Temple Garden and Wasteland? We've got a Godless Shrine. And we're going to play these for Prismatic Ending, I think. But just as like planes, basically. Plateau's gone. Oh, when was Plateau? Deck is looking strong considering how bad the packs have been. Yeah, I think so. I think we found the right lane here. Not really a DRC deck. Every card here kind of sucks. It was in the first pack, okay. Probably before we were red-white. Although we're really mono-white with a pretty light red splash. Red-white lands. We'll take it. So yeah, when 3 or 4 more playables. In the board we have Lantern, Channeler, Lava Manster, Monstrous Rage, Get Lost. Not really wanting to play any of these, but we can if we have to. Sometimes with like this pack has been dry as hell. Like Layla would be fine, but we're committed to Luris. This card is technically Lurisable. Actually, I'll side in Ranger Captain maybe against Storm, maybe not. Yeah, we might need to reach for some of this stuff on the board. Was that Naya landscape could have been better there, honestly? Yeah, maybe. I guess the landscapes sometimes are a little invisible to me. Connects the 55 months looks strong. I agree. This pack was like super dry on playables somehow. Epicer seems fine. Courtyard. We already have a lot of prismatic ending value. Okay, that can fill the curve a little bit. Yes, this is 24, so we could make a cut. Honestly, Epicer and Channeler do kind of look good. Maybe I'd side in the Wastelands. We're like really color intensive and our mana's not that good. It's okay. So and like Wasteland is also just not good against every deck, like Strip Mine is. I kind of like siding in the Wasteland. Siding in the Wasteland and then being 16, like it's kind of treated as a spell, and then we're a 16 land deck with this curve. I think that makes sense to me. I think you said Extruder. No, we have a Felia to go with Extruder, and then also now Epicer to sack the tokens. I think we want to keep it in. So probably 4 mountains. This would be 7 red sources and 12 whites. Can probably do 1 more red source. I do have a few red 1-drops. I don't think I want the Lava Mancer. It's like a little weird with Luris. It's probably fine. I think I like my other red 1-drops a bit more. Epicer is good with Felia. It's kind of good with Luris and the loot. It's good with Extruder to sack tokens. Oh, there's an island? Fuck. Good catch, good catch. The 12 white sources. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 red. Okay. Wait, hold on. This is 16. 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 and 7, 10, 7. Okay. Maybe too many mountains, but or our play. Yeah, too many mountains. I think it's okay. Don't love losing the die roll. Is hand dot dot dot? Is this hand not fine? Scary. Do I want to just Monarch this turn? Probably not. I think I need to get my extra white so I have the ability to Council's Judgment next turn. Recurring Nightmare, huh? All right, let's fourth this turn. Maybe saving it for a little longer is fine, but we kind of need some extra gas since we drew another land. Even though I surveilled the land of the yard, only playing 16. This happens in Cube and Modern. You like hitting the Nightmare this turn? I think it's really unlikely that they get a creature in yard and a creature in play. Maybe it's possible. I think we're gonna be fine holding the Judgment for a turn most of the time. They suplex to kill my Descendant of Storms, not my Figure of Destiny. So now I don't even really need to. Like, I have the Lantern now for the Nightmare. It's not the most mana efficient turn, but I think I'll just play the Lantern. Like, it stinks to not, like, cycle the Triumph or put Lurrus in my hand or activate Figure. Oh, I drew Reprieve! Let's go. Thanks to you, I trophy my last cube with Lurrus Companion. Nice. Also open Lotus, Soul Ring, Mana Vault. Okay, well, we're gonna need a little bit of luck like that, I think. Okay, so they hit a Hex Drinker. If I reprieve this, obviously it's bad because they get it back in their hand. But they also get the Monarch if I don't reprieve it. It's kind of clunky to... I don't love doing this. I think I'm going to go ahead and do it, though. I've drawn another land. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 out of our 16 lands already. Okay, pretty good. They hit a Duress, which is a bit of a pain because now although they can't attack with the Challenger because they're just dead on board, so there's that at least. So we trade here, put them down to 2. I'm going to go ahead and play the Channeler. I want to be able to cast Felia if I draw Felia. Any target, huh? And you're at 2 life? Cycle Guard's coming in. We have Lurrus also still. So they found a lifelinker. No, give me priority. Okay. They found a lifelinker. But we should still be winning this game. Shouldn't have been this close. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't say that, but it's got so flooded. But, you know, when you can win a game that you get this flooded in, it's definitely really nice. The extra card every turn helped. Okay, so up a game against Jun, Sneak Attack, Reanimator. Does Get Lost kill Sneak Attack? It does kill Sneak Attack. Kills Recurring Nightmare too. They didn't seem like they had almost any targets for Prismatic Ending. I guess the Recurring Nightmare. They had Hex Drinker also. I'm gonna cut the Extruder even though it won us the game. It seemed super good against them. It does kill Hex Drinker. Let's go with Felia, I guess. Do I not have enough? So I have Thraben Inspector for Thelia. I have Staff of the Storyteller. I have Epicur. I guess I kind of need this for like a little bit of extra. Got the Descendant of Storms, I guess. Wasteland in. Yeah, I guess Wasteland probably should have come in, honestly. They didn't have that many non-basics? Or did they? Maybe I misremembered. Probably not mulliganing this. Not super good. See, Savai Triome over there. If they have a removal spell, I kind of want to save the figure if I can. I'm not cute, but is Monstrous Rage really not good enough? I mean, it seems kind of bad to me. I don't know. I don't know that we're gonna get Delirium. Or sorry, that's not the Delirium one. It's the +2/+1. To me, it seems like one I'm not very interested in. Maybe I'm missing something. They flip over a Temple Garden. Interesting that they have Ragavan in post board. Didn't really seem like a Ragavan kind of deck. Like I kind of feel like my impression of Monstrous Rage is that it's kind of a card that's like randomly good in standard rather than just being like actually like a really good tool, you know? Don't really want to trade here, and I don't really want to. Yeah, I just kind of can't attack because I want to leave this block back, huh? It's good at prowess with the VV deck. Yeah, I think there surely are some spots where it's fine. I don't really think this is one of them. So I might want to get Lost plus figure or just blood token. Was it not just the best giant growth in a format with heroic and spells matter? Yeah, that's my impression of it. Get lost. So I could trade Channeler for the Challenger, but I think I'm just the aggro deck here. Weapon probe. I wasn't sure if the Channeler. I wanted to be able to get Delirium and then like it's maybe like a free survey with the Channeler, but I can have Delirium on the block to kill the Ragavan. I guess I want no. I'll just trade Ragavan for the or this card for the Ragavan instead of the Felia. Yeah, I guess it's also good against sneak attack. Maybe I'm undervaluing that. They flip over an Orcish Bowmaster. They keep the Bowmaster, although they shouldn't have a good target for it necessarily. Maybe I'll just let the Ragavan connect. I mean, I kind of have to if they're going to grow this to 4-3. Good double block with Felia in this thing. I think I'm just going to let it happen. And I might blink the Ragavan and like shrink it. Hopefully they don't hit anything too good. They hit a Plains. Nice. And then the treasure token is tapped. I guess I could reset the treasure token with the Felia also. So they have Bowmaster on top. They've got 3 other cards. This pause, I guess, signifies a removal spell. The Infernal Grass lose 2 life down to 13. So I have 7, 9 damage here. They have lethal in the crackback, so I'm going to need to leave a blocker back at least. All right, there's going to be Bowmaster, 2 mystery cards. Chomp, take 4, go to 1 off the Bowmaster. Win with the figure next turn is my plan. Dead the Monstrous Rage. So one of their cards is Bowmaster, one of their cards is a mystery card. 7 mana? GG? Wait, does this gain flying or no? Yes, okay. They get Vaultborn Tyrant, Metamorphosis Fanatic, Sheltering Landscape, but we do have mana sinks despite being 16 land. Boros aggro deck. Our overall cube record is 3-1. We lost a brutal trophy match in our first league where we got we got like 2 outed in game 3, and then game 2 I maybe 1 outed, maybe it was like even runner. Can't dwell in the past, I guess. Another very land heavy hand. Let's mulligan. Keep this. Probably okay to put back the parlor. Gab's about to earn another trophy. Let's go. Remember, I have a side bet going on this event. Probably do need to swords the Cecil, huh? I have a side bet on this this weekend. I'm gonna be donating myself a $100 times my position in the finals. So if I'm in first place, I'll be donating $100 between the 8 drafters. If I am in last place, I'll be donating $800. So hopefully, so at least somewhere in between first and last place. Also, $25 donation or more gets you a deck tech. Getting Lurrus as a companion is pretty nice. I agree. So you should rooting against me? Maybe. You can do whatever you want. I guess we wait until the end of turn for the swords. Okay. And then we'll set up the Felia to be able to flicker the staff, potentially. No, Staff of the Storyteller would not be a good addition to Modern. Do you have to donate $25 or can you just give me a rant about how colonnades are playable for free? No free colonnade rants today. Alright, thankfully no Bowmaster. It's fine. I guess I play around Bowmaster by drawing another card here. I'm really glad to be playing against a fair deck here. Like, the Lurrus decks are just so good against the fair decks. Hopefully I don't eat those words, but I also don't really know how my opponent is not playing. Just like 4-color midrange. So bounce the Felia, draw 2. Get it for 3 down to 10. This is only creature tokens or any tokens? Yeah, so only creature tokens. Just main phase the Felia. Pass back. Surveils, 3 cards in hand after that. Keeps the card on top. Passes. Well, let's go to combat. Could have absent to prevent the draw 2. Is this not target player? Oh, it's not target player. Yeah, maybe that was better. Alright, let's not overcommit into a sweeper. I'll just Lurrus in hand here. So they make Esper mana, and then they let this trigger resolve. Cycles a Triome. Seems like a good matchup. The Cecil's kind of throwing me off. They just cast, like, surely they should have some other permanents out there. Alright, I'm gonna bring in the Wasteland. I'm gonna bring in Wasteland, maybe cut the Probe. Maybe Probe is, I guess Probe is probably pretty good. Let's cut the Council's Judgment. No, let's play Council's Judgment over Ending, although they showed a Cecil. Okay, I'll do this. And then I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Alright, let's go. On the draw, game 2 against 4-color control. We got lands and spells. We got a lot of removal against a matchup where we kind of need more aggression. We have no red mana, but I think I should just keep. We have Lurrus Bauble, you know. They gotta have some permanence in their deck too if they're playing Cecil. Cecil could be random hedge against Boros Scroll everywhere. Maybe. I mean, people always talk about like the cube meta. And whenever I play like even like a big sampling of cube games, I never feel like there's nearly as a defined metagame as everyone seems to act like there is, but that could just be me. Dashing a Ragavan. I forgot we saw the Rag. Oh no, that was last game. They flip over my Felia. Guess that's okay. I could go ending the treasure token and play a Thraben Inspector. I think I kind of don't hate this. Don't love it either, but I just kind of want to get Luris going. I kind of want to use my mana efficiently if I'm going to get Luris going. Motor Leagues are very different from MTGA. Best of one power cube where the data comes from. Okay, interesting. Well, Wagon's 61 months. 61 is the highest number of months there could be. I agree. I've run the numbers, and you're right. Thank you. Thank you for being here all this time. All right, they cast the monkey. 5 cards in their hand. We draw a Descendant of Storms. Yeah, I think I'll just go ahead and put the Luris in my hand. They petty theft my Thraben Inspector. Hard to feel too sore about that. They will get to hit me with the Ragavan again. They flip over my Sacred Foundry. Would have been a nice top deck. At least it's not something helpful that they could play. They him to truck me and they hit my Luris. I again don't draw a white source. Or sorry, red source. The mana base seems greedy as hell. Thankfully, not a very mana efficient turn for them, just hemming, not using the other 3 mana, having to sack the treasure token to get the second black. Flage is really good here. 3 cards in their hand after this. Glad I boarded in the Wasteland. Alright, let's sack a clue token. Not sure if I'm going to value a 3/3 off the clue token or just an extra card more. Probably a card. It's kind of close. Although instead of drawing the card, I'd probably just play the Cathar Commando end of turn. Wait, Scalding Tarn. We do have some catching up to do on the race after stumbling for so long. I could maybe sack the blood token for a 3/3. Yeah, they could have Mystic Confluence here. They had one last game. So then on the 17, I'm at 14. Do they have a white source to fetch? They do have another Sacred Foundry, which they get tapped. So not Mystic Confluencing here. Guess that's good. Play the land here so they couldn't confluence the Epicer. They do have something. Is it Borrower? Okay, just the Borrower. So they are 1 card short of escaping the Flage. They have 4 cards in their hand. I think I'm just going to take 3. So I'm down to 11. Is this a Mind Twist? It's a Treasure Cruise. Okay, so there's a little bit of a nombo with the Flage there. So we have to put our opponent down to 8. Brutal that our Luris got hemmed. They're going to combat really fast, which kind of implies that they're gonna use a Wrath here. Like their mind is already made up, you know. Oh, they have Kaito? So Kaito has hexproof, right? So I can't absent this. Jinji secured a trophy. Let's go. Gotta catch up. I'm only on my second draft. I guess so is Jinji. All right, so this actually doesn't stop me from winning because I can just kind of untap it with the extruder here. So currently winning if they have nothing. I'm totally okay with them drawing this next turn also. All right. 2040 this league. It's got another trophy prediction. We lost playing for a trophy on our first draft in it was pretty tough. It was pretty tough. We got like top deck both games 2 and 3. Uh the judge was like so clearly tired too after I tried to we explained to the judge what happens and he's like just you get a warning and just flip from the right deck. And then I just, I won that turn, obviously. Okay, Gataxian Probe in my opponent. There's a Fast Bond that cannot be cast turn 1. This Ballista is obviously really annoying against my Mother of Runes. Unfortunately, we don't have the there's also balance in this hand. This hand's really, really good against me, unfortunately. Okay, they top deck Mishra's Workshop and then they play Ballista on turn 1. I'm totally okay if they pick it, that's fine. Yeah, these are like weirdly kind of nice against the balance. I guess I just graveyard this for Luris though. So their hand is Fastbond, Spar's Headquarters, Balance. Okay, they drew the Forest. So then Spar's Headquarters, Plains, Memory Jar, Balance, Ions. We know their exact 5-card hand. If they dump their entire hand, they can balance, but then they leave me with 1 card, and they leave themselves with 1 card, the Memory Jar, but they have to sacrifice 3 lands, so they probably won't want to do that. Scoop them up with the 30 months. Thank you. Welcome back. So I guess we're going to bring in the Wasteland. Get Lost can hit Fastbond, and they can hit Spar as Headquarters, although the tokens are kind of bad against Ballista. Could maybe play Monstrous Rage just to try to kill them faster. Yeah, them top decking Workshop with this Memory Jar is also pretty crazy, honestly. So when they go for the Memory Jar, they're not going to play it immediately or sack it immediately. I guess I'll put the Luris in my hand. Like, the sooner they balance, the better. I'm okay. Also discarding a lot of cards if I get to keep the Luris. Maybe they would crack the jar this turn. Them drawing another land makes it more likely. I'd be surprised if they didn't activate jar. I don't know. It's activate jar with only 3 mana. Like, I feel like they would just want to hold it for a turn. Yeah, but then they get to they just go through the lands. They get to balance my whole hand away. So they probably should save it for next turn, right? So maybe I draw like my Cathar Commando. Ah, come on, Council's Judgment. What are you doing? I needed you. Okay, there's Cathar Commando. I'm going to lose my 4th. Punished, I guess, also for sacking the clue because I could have Cathar Commandoed the fast spawn, maybe. So they play up Assault Monolith. They have 6 cards in their hand after this. Never playing Bear deck again. 5, 6, 7 mana, 5 cards in hand. Their mana base seems greedy? Maybe. Thopter Foundry is kind of nuts. Okay, maybe their deck is bad. Would be good news if so. So we're going to play Cathar Commando. They're going to go down to no cards in their hand because they drew the Razor Verge Thicket for turn. Somehow we're kind of ahead. I think I'll. It's kind of good against the Thopter Foundry because if they just sack a token in response, we just vote for the token. Could maybe vote for the Basalt Monolith instead. But attacking, I could just commando the Monolith, but I also think I'm just gonna attack for 3 so I can try to finish them off. Very weird game. They discarded Parallax Wave, Mystical Tutor, Paradoxical Outcome. They drew a Nettlecyst, so I'm gonna have to Cathar Commando that probably. Drew a Plains. Best draw's like Figure of Destiny now. The Parallax Wave seems their deck is a little bit weird. I'll take 1 hit. They drew a Candelabra. I draw another Plains. The old second main phase Candelabra with Nettlecyst in play. Well, maybe I would have sacked the Commando, maybe not. Honestly, I'm just gonna take 4 more. We're the aggro deck in this matchup. Yeah, if they keep attacking, I'm not gonna sack the Commando. I'm okay trading 4 damage for 3 for a little bit. Do other streamers just draw 3 planes in there? I'm so bad at streaming. I don't I don't know what kind of blood sacrifice I need to make to not just top deck 3 planes every game. Every game I've ever played that comes out of top decks. Yeah, 16 lands. I just need to figure out a better way. Honestly, yeah, I think I'm gonna trade 5 damage for 3 damage still. I just I should have picked a different niche in Magic. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have got Luris when I did. For some reason, I thought I was going to keep 1 card. I just didn't think about them drawing a land for the fast bonding. Big draw step. Let's go! A spell. All right, at least they're getting flooded too. My fourth is already gone as well. Okay, I drew the Figure of Destiny. Would have been a bit better last turn. Going to be fine with the top deck. I play my Figure of Destiny. We'll play the Godless Shrine, I guess. Okay. Need to dodge another top deck. My opponent's username is Thopter Gifts. I just noticed they drafted Thopter Foundry. They're starting by tapping the Basalt Monolith. They're starting with Basalt Monolith. They have Upheaval, don't they? They drew Ugin. I can suck at this game, dude. I wonder how many win cons they have left, though. Well, let's see if they can kill me. Let's see what their win con is. Like, they might just have, like... They might, like, ult the Ugin, and then I just Winds of Abandon Overload, and they have no win cons. They have something. Hopefully it's Everflowing Chalice. Well, they've already used the Ballista. This is for sure Everflowing Chalice, dude. I guess I'm gonna board it and like, get lost. Okay, they have a Blightsteel Colossus. Kind of not that bad. Like, do they have another win con in the deck? Let's find out. They can ult the Ugin here. Retrofitter Foundry. That'll do it. I guess maybe I'll take a draw step. They didn't ult the Ugin, so it's not like they have like an Emrakul in their deck. Like that like just that is good info to have, I guess. Yeah, hopefully draw another land. Right, let's go to game 2. I know I'm not going to try to bleed them dry on the clock here. All right, so I'm going to bring in Get Lost. I'm going to bring in Wasteland. I'm going to cut the Winds of Abandon, although it was really good that game. Okay, this card's good. Probably are good enough against them. Ending is nice. Mother of Runes seems quite bad. Giver of Runes at least stops the Ballista, the colorless. Don't know. I guess the Lantern maybe is also bad. They did like kill my Mother really aggressively, but then they just had no. I guess they have Parallax Wave in their deck. It seemed like it just does nothing against them. Yeah, I'll keep it in the Lantern. Lantern's also like an artifact you can play to make balance a little bit worse, which is obviously pretty minor, but not nothing. All right, gonna keep this. Gonna lead on the Surveil. Keep the land for the 4th. McCady kind of obliterates Basalt Monolith. Yeah. She seems good against them. Okay, they also have a Mox Sapphire. Didn't see that last game. To a turn 1 Ballista. So I guess I'll Legion Extruded the Ballista. Here's Basalt Monolith. I think I'm happy enough to Cathar Commando the Monolith here. We can wait to get 2 tokens off this if we want. And then this goes to the yard for Luris. Then this is a bit more versatile. Also, yeah, why were they waiting on the Bauble? I don't know. Maybe no reason. I feel like this is the first time I've ever drafted this card and it feels as good as people say it is, but we've really kind of drawn it in spots like this. Usually, like, my opponent just has a bigger board than me. So they've got 3 cards in their hand. Their mana's looking a little shaky. They untap the Sapphire to fix for double blue, and then they time spiral me, and I draw all garbage. They Candelabra, so they have 2, 3, 5 mana. They cast Channel. Okay, their deck's kind of crazy. We didn't see an Emrakul last game, and if they had Emrakul, they would have ultimated the Ugin. Okay, so we get to keep 4 cards, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Not the toughest. We sack our creatures, and then they have 4 cards in their hand. They have an active channel. Are they going to play Blightsteel? We have so many outs to Blightsteel. In fact, we had a Swords in our hand before they time spiraled us, but we have a lot of outs to it. Ugin would be worse, although we have outs to Ugin too. Okay, that's a Blightsteel with 5 life points. Honestly, pretty beatable. Yeah, the Inspector just like stonewalls it for a turn. Although maybe I don't know, maybe I could have tried to prioritize having 5. I don't know if I could have had 5 power. It's weird. Oh, they have the Manifold Key. I missed the Manifold Key. Although we wouldn't have been able to draw into anything, I think. I guess maybe we could have drawn Swords. After Swords or Absent after the Monarch. Yeah, I mean, they could miss the key too. No way, dude. Lucky me. All right, we do have a lot of outs, and we have actually several draws at one of the outs. They get to be the Monarch. Delirium is not quite lethal if we get Delirium. We're gonna draw 1 card here, maybe a Surveil along the way. Very lucky that they missed lethal. One card. Okay, we get to live. I think we might as well sack this clue now. See if we draw something that doesn't give them as much life. So the manifold key or the candelabra. Maybe even just the mock sapphire. They have no blue mana. I'm like shaking. So I don't think I want to draw that right now. So but yeah, let's go ahead and cast the swords now so that we have delirium, I think, instead of trying to draw unexpectedly absent on our instep. We can graveyard that for Luris. Seems fine. Wait, you have something here? Cycles the Triumph, okay. So obviously they get to gain a ton of life, and we are still gaming. But we have Luris. They have 3 cards in their hand. We have the Monarch back. They're at 12. I have a 4th back in my deck because they shuffled it back in with Time Spiral too. They have no blue mana. We Prismatic Ending them off blue mana, although they did cycle the Triumph if that was super relevant. They've already used their balances in the yard. They play a Grim Monolith. They've got 2 cards in their hand. Then they play a Basalt Monolith. They've got 1 card in their hand. And then they pass back. Let's surveil the bauble before we surveil the probe so we can try to dig deeper for 4th specifically, or just kind of any action. What if they had Tithe? Okay, I guess Tithe would have been pretty good. I guess I draw Reprieve. Reprieve seems good enough. Although, I guess maybe I should have bobbled them first. They're drawing Mystical Tutor, which they can't play this turn. Seems safe enough to go for Luris. Maybe Famous Last Words here. So I'm attacking for 4 this turn, and then 7 next turn. So I do need to get another point of power here, I guess. We'll do Giver of Runes, which can either attack or help me play through the colorless stuff. Legion Extruder for token, also draws a staff. Okay, yeah, that's interesting too. Okay, we won this game despite my opponent missing the onboard lethal with the manifold key. Crazy stuff. It's looking like Winds of Abandon is better than Swords of Plowshares. It seems like their only creatures are Ballista and Metalwork Colossus, Biteso Colossus. It doesn't seem like they have a way to haste. Swords, I guess it could be better against this could be better against Memory Jar, because we can cast it. Yeah, I think I'll play the Winds. Like, Winds would have been much better than Swords that game, so that's at least makes it seem somewhat reasonable. Thank you. What is it? Waffles. Let's go. And a protein shake. Thank you, sweetie. I'm gonna mulligan this on the draw. Okay, definitely happy we mulliganed. I think I want my staff to be the 2-drop. Hopefully we can like Prismatic Ending something good here. Oh, there's a target. Discard Forest. Then they play Monolith, which is pretty good. Oh, and the key untap. Well, 2 cards in their hand.
You gotten any?
No, this is my 2nd draft, and I'm playing for the trophy again. This is game 3. I lost playing for the trophy last round. So I could Prismatic Ending the Monolith next turn, which still gives them a ton of mana. I could Prismatic Ending the key this turn, which is basically -2 mana for them, and then I can still play my stuff. Okay, what I like about this is that I could sit on Reprieve next turn, and Reprieve is pretty good against Monolith, because if they tap the Monolith and we Reprieve the spell, then the spell gets kind of stuck. They have Mishra's Workshop. So much mana. Do they have a payoff? Holy guacamole. Damn it. Is it just Ballista? Or, I mean, Ballista's good, right? Yeah, but not the end of the world here. Okay, so now we have an answer to the Ballista. Is it better to play the Staff this turn or hold up Reprieve? They seem very unlikely to be able to play anything this turn. The problem with playing the staff is my token does die, I guess, but maybe that's not the biggest deal in the world. Yeah, I think that's okay. In fact, I might even want to block. Probably should block. Your last card is not Memory Jar, dude. Okay, it's not Memory Jar. They do get to draw 2 more cards, though. It is a very good last card for them to have. Honestly, like, I guess they can time spiral this back in the deck, but we're kind of doing good. I got a Commando the Ballista. It's just too good against my 4th. Okay, one of their cards is an island. It is best to block the Ballista because it, like, we get, at the very least, we get dealt 1 less damage here. And then for some reason, if they just let the trade happen, we can staff, but they shouldn't. Yeah, but that's never stopped them before. Playing as tight as we can. Draw a card. Okay, so I can cast 4th and get in, which should probably work. Seems good. Yeah, seems fine. I don't think get lost on their stuff is going to be the move this turn. All right, so got them down to 18. They could have balance in their hand. That would make some sense, which could be kind of scary. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, I do have get lost. Did you another artifact spell? Retrofitter Foundry, pretty dang scary here. Would be a crazy one to win. Their draw was so good this game. Winds of Abandon does seem really nice to keep since they are in hardcast Colossus range, and that does seem to be like their main win condition at this point. Now that the Ugin's gone, they could Time Twister the Ugin and the Ballista back in their deck. So maybe even drawing our Soul Guide Lantern could be really important because of that. We also have to block here because of the stupid Monarch. Maybe I should have played Giver instead. All right, they put up. Oh, I forgot the map tokens. Dang, that's gonna really dig them deep. They get a Plains in their hand. They play Forest. And they reveal Fast Spawned. Graveyard the Fast Spawn. Yeah, I know Foundry can be a WinCon. It's probably not going to get there by itself. They cycle the Sparrows headquarters. And then they play Memory Jar. So, not feeling great. Although, honestly, it does, like, this is a WinCon, and then the Colossus is a WinCon. We haven't seen any other WinCons. And we might just get to wins the Colossus this game. So I think I'm just gonna dump my hand on and play a bunch of 1-drops. And hope that they just cast Colossus this turn. We just don't want to see the Time Spiral, sorry. Okay, channel before the Memory Jar. So I won't be able to use these cards this game. I guess that's okay. Okay, they're untapping the Workshop, which kind of implies they're going to cast the Colossus, which is what we're hoping for. Parallax Wave, okay. Very tense game. Mystical Tutor, Time Spiral to the top of their deck, and then pass. So we need to draw a Soul Guide Lantern, I guess. Oh, we have the reprieve. We have reprieve. Hmm. Okay, we're gonna have to be okay with that, or not doing anything with Absent for a turn. Okay, they've revealed the Winds of Abandon to the Urza's Bauble. Next turn we get this back. They're gonna cast the Time Spiral, and I'm gonna get to reprieve, and we're gonna need to find the Lantern probably. Oh, I forgot they have Thopter Sword too. Okay, interesting. They've gone for Paradoxical Outcome on 1, 2, 3 instead of casting the Time Spiral. I guess we should reprieve since they're not going to be able to do anything else anyways. It's weird they didn't cast the Time Spiral. We drew the Lantern, so we get to stop them from shuffling the Ballista and the Ugin back in. We get these back next turn. Crazy how good this Lantern is right now. So I'm probably interested in absenting the Retrofitter Foundry in response to the Time Spiral. Maybe not. But I don't think I should be extruding the 2/2 because they're just going to want to Foundry this into a servo anyways. Luris? Yeah, I guess maybe I should have Luris here. But they have Time Spiral, so probably not. Alright, so we get a bunch of stuff back. They've got 9 cards in their deck. There's Paradoxical Outcome, Time Spiral, 2 mystery cards. There's Thopter Foundry. I can Lantern in response to... Wait, they're passing the turn. Wow. So they draw down to 7 cards. I don't even know that I want to steal the Monarch from them, but I guess I have to. Yeah, I don't think I was supposed to absent end of turn. I guess they can really flood the board hard, huh? Is this getting lifelink? They're really gonna lose the Thopter Sword here. Okay, so if I Lantern now, they're gonna sack just something else to get another token. Maybe I can kind of trick them into playing into the Winds of Abandon. Let's see, they can make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, yeah, I'm just gonna set up to Winds next turn. Overlord wins. And it's Paradoxical Outcome. They still have the Colossus in their deck too, which is a little bit of a problem. So let's go Pro Blue. And then I think I want to upkeep absent the Thopter Foundry. Although I guess they'll just if I go upkeep, they'll just Paradoxical Outcome it. So I guess I should do it now. The thing is, I just didn't want them to make more tokens. Maybe I could do it on their end of turn. I guess they're just gonna make the tokens anyways. Then blocking here is probably decent since they keep the Monarch. Yeah, I would say decent is probably the right word, yeah. Oh, well, I thought they were going to make one more. It's going to take 5 down to 6. They have 6 minutes, or sorry, 3 minutes 50 on their clock here. So I do think I want to bury this underneath all of their cards. So this is going to be x equals 4. They lose if they spiral now. Not exactly. Second from bottom, so it's unusable. I guess it's not too different from the bottom though, right? It's gotta be better to put on the bottom, I think, if I'm not using this extra mana. I guess I could Figure of Destiny. I do think I want to save the lantern. This has been a crazy game. They might actually time out. This thing, it is going to be a lot more clicks for them because I'm about to wrath their whole board. They're shuffling from wins. That's true. They might say no though to everything. Both of our trophy matches so far, we've been up like 9 minutes on the clock. We're definitely not trying to kill them with combat damage this game either. Well, I don't want to yield to all because of the lantern. They can't deny the search. Like it's not like Path, which is a me. Honestly, I do kind of think they're gonna time out. So save creatures back to block for the retrofitter. Their hand is Outcome, Time Spiral, 3 mystery cards. Colossus is still lurking around. They make a servo token after I attack. 1 minute 47 seconds on their clock. They untap the Retrofitter Foundry, which they cannot use. So just wasting time. Okay, so I also only have 8 cards in my deck, and now I have the Monarch. I couldn't not get the Monarch here. Their last card... Oh, so they shuffled, so they can draw Thopter Foundry at any time. Wait, I just let them get the Monarch back, right? Yeah. I guess we keep Figure of Destiny. They also only have 1 minute on the clock now. It's gonna be very tough. Luris is my companion. Nettlecyst. I forgot they have Nettlecyst in their deck. So they draw down to 4 cards. They have Time Spiral and Paradoxical Outcome as 2 of those cards. So it's a Luris time, I think. I think we just play Channeler and Epicer and tap Godless Shrine. Oh, sorry, we have to play the Mountain for the Epicer. Want the flying blocker. Dead to Nettlecyst. No, I have Luris for Channeler to not be dead to Nettlecyst on the servo. So they've drawn the Thopter Foundry again. Which sucks. Now they go down to 2 cards. I can replay... What's it called? Cathartic. They concede the game. Wow. These 2 leagues have been insanely tough, both of them. I'm glad we won one of them. Feels like we ran so it's just so tough for just a random like league round. +1 trophy on the scoreboard.